Unfortunately, here in Mexico, we don't have any idea of what is going on in Sudan. There are not national organizations that fight against the genocide. The conflict is mainly censored in our country. However, internationally, the UN had created UNAMID. They are in charge of protecting civilians, give humanitarian assistance like food, water, medicines, and shelters, promote human rights, delivery of services to displaced people, and monitoring and reporting on human rights, sexual and gender-based violence, and violations against children. Another organization is an ONG called what they are doing is calling people to stand up and lead Omar al-Bashir, the president of Sudan, to the trial of the International Court crime by building a strong international movement to pressure policymakers, governments, court officials, and other decision makers, especially in Africa and the Middle East.
When we were doing our investigation, we found out that people all around the world are forgetting about what is going on in places like Darfur. And we just find it so unfair that we have such a strong weapon like the social media and we're using it just for gossip and photos and videos, and it's okay, but it's time to use it for something so much bigger.
This is the first genocide of the 21st century. It is obviously a huge event, but not so many people are aware of this problem. 1,000 of people dying, fighting, and doing everything they can to survive, and only a few percentage of the population know about this. At least here in Mexico, we didn't see anything on the media, on the newspaper, on the television, anything that mentioned this. So what we are doing to help this needy country is sharing information through the social medias, in Twitter and Instagram. We share daily news that we have to search on the internet. We inform about the actual situation. We show a panorama of what is going on right now, and we share things to make our followers change their mind and maybe try to help in something.
Mainly focused on Instagram, and we did not have as many followers as we wanted because we realized that was mainly because people are not interested in this subject anymore. But basically what we did was to upload a resume of some news that we investigated online, and we then left the link for people to visit it, and it was in Spanish because it is mainly focused on Mexican people.
What I take from this experience is a positive thing. I mean, maybe we are not helping directly to the country, but it is anyway a kind of help. We don't know who is gonna see the information that we are sharing on Instagram, on Twitter in a future. I mean, maybe it's a person that really could make something directly, like doing a helping refugees from there, or maybe contributing by money only because we decide to share information that here in Mexico really almost anything shows that. So yeah, it is a really positive thing to help in ways that maybe you thought it wouldn't help so much.
While the process of this investigation, I realized that the meaning of genocide is something that comes from the last century, so it has been recently in human history. It is terrible that nowadays these atrocious acts are still being committed, but it is more terrible that just a few are conscious about them, and that the rest are apathetic, just because the conflict is far away from them. However, when I got aware about what was going on in South Sudan, I thought that when you get informed, you have the possibility of leave the information just on your mind or to do something about it. Searching being objective, I forgot that not only lives were lost, dreams and hope too. So I will improve, thinking like someone who is passing through the situation studied, so I can make a better analysis and propose real solutions. Media is the fourth power, and together with social networks, we can spread the information all around the world in every single country and try to change millions of lives.
I really don't found negative aspects in this learning process, but I found a lot of positive aspects like that I make good relationship with my teammates and I learn a lot of all the problems that are in the world and what I can do to help others by standing in my home. In further projects, I can help more my teammates and I can concentrate more in what I have to do and not in other things. I learned a lot in this semester about the problem in Darfur, but most important, I learned all that we can do to solve this problem, like spreading the information by social media or making donations to charities that are trying to solve this problem in Mexico or donate things that can help solve this problem.
So, what I learned from this project is that we all have to be informed because we forget about everything. We normalize it, and that is not good because it's just gonna provoke things to keep going and going and going for many years. So, I learned that I have to realize what is going on around the world because this semester I kind of did, but I don't fully understand it. So I think that if I actually understand it, I can do something about it. I can make that change. So basically, I'm gonna use what the tools that I have in hand, like the news and newspaper and all those things, to get myself informed to make that change.
During this activity, I learned more how to organize projects and campaigns, the importance of social media to inform others and to get more people informed about the subject, and that we can always help others by telling their story and that anybody can help. In the future, I hope that we will create more campaigns that will be useful for anybody in need.